Welcome back to another update. We have a lot of weather to talk about over today, tomorrow, and all the way to next week. Let's get right into it. So, we have an enhanced risk of severe storms from the central U.S. all the way down to Texas. Two areas of interest I want to see. Tornado risk is the best chance with that upper enhanced risk of a 10% chance of tornadoes, and there is a hatch risk of an EF2 or higher probability, 10%. Wind, greater threat down south. So the enhanced risk up north is mainly tornado based, but the one south is damaging wind based, and we have a 30% chance of damaging winds from Oklahoma City, Norman, Wichita Falls, Lawton, Moore, Oklahoma. So those areas got to watch out. Hail is a significant severe threat. We're expecting golf ball sized hail, tennis ball sized. So it's going to be a really active night for them today. Just pray it isn't too bad there, but we're going to be seeing a severe weather outbreak in the central U.S. And we're going to take a look at the timing a little more once we get out of the SPC. Day 2, this enhanced risk continues. 10% chance of a significant severe tornado, EF2 or higher, mainly focused over Omaha, Lincoln, Des Moines. So these are very popular cities. Covers 40,000 square feet, so it is quite a popular area for this time of year. And we gotta be concerned for that. Wind, huge 15% chance. Surprised that the wind isn't that bad with this storm, but still expect some damaging wind gusts. But the tornado threat is really driven off of this one, and hail threat significant severe throughout throughout the states of Texas, Missouri, Nebraska, Oklahoma. So it stretches all the way from Iowa all the way down to Texas. Almost includes Dallas, but not really. So this area right in here, see where you are. Watch out for tomorrow because it's going to be another really active day. Really will be an active day. Day 3, enhanced risk once again. And significant severe probabilities again. So this is a very active week. Very active week. And really, it will be active for most of the part. We're not going to show you the day 4 and 8 because it's not going to show you the severe probabilities that continue east. But we're going to take a look at that today because we might be concerned for some strong to potentially severe thunderstorms all the way to the mid-Atlantic, Ohio Valley. Who knows, even the I-95 corridor might get involved in this. So we're going to get immediately into the details right now. So we're going to start off with pivotal weather, classic. And we're going to take a look at the European because I like how the European handles this. So we're going to zoom down first into central U.S. because we should be really concerned for them. We're going to be seeing these thunderstorms initiate and really fire off during this evening. Becomes a huge cluster of storms. It becomes a threat. We can take a better look at the HRRR. And we're going to show you that these storms will be quite nasty. So there is this arm of showers before this. But once we get a little later, for instance, to 7 p.m. tonight, let's get a little later, we see these thunderstorms starting to initiate from Kansas, western Kansas. We start to see some supercells really blossom out of that. And anything behind or east of that low pressure will quickly turn severe. Quickly. And like I said, these supercells will keep on blossoming. And see how they have these arc shape? That is a very indicative chance of a strong tornado possible. Look at these arcs right in here, this one and this one. See how you have a common theme up north that most of these storms will be tornadic. But these storms down south will be producing damaging winds. And you know why? Because there's so many arcs and signatures of rotation in these storms. And it'll really cause a problem with that. So, yeah, there's going to be a nasty evening for some tornadoes potentially in the central U.S. And watch how this all congeals into a squall line later, rushing through Nebraska all the way to the eastern end. And I mean, this keeps on rumbling through. The squall line is still going through. And you see another threat starts to develop after midnight where it's not tornadic necessarily. We're going to have more of a straight line wind because of that veering in the atmosphere. It's not conducive of these tornadoes because they're not near that low pressure that's spinning, and the low pressure is more up north. So that's why we have more of these kinematics up north. Again, a tornado can't be ruled out down south, but I think the greatest chance of tornadoes is up north, definitely. And we do see the squall line starts to initiate down south. And we see this keep on racing through. Really, through Friday, it becomes a huge squall line. And yeah, you don't have the tornado threat in the north, but you got this massive squall line to deal with later. And this will continue all the way through Friday. Will weaken slightly, just a bit, before it re-energizes back to the east. So it's really something to watch. We'll go a little bit more east with this. We'll go to Ohio River Valley. Look at this. Some very powerful storms tomorrow. Trust me. These storms start to get their act together after 4 p.m. So this is 32 hours out. And these storms really start to take in that advantage of that daytime heating. And watch this. These storms quickly become nasty. I think we have to go a little further north. But these storms quickly become nasty. North Central. That's a better look at things. So, right in here, you see that low pressure? That is that threat of some tornadoes tomorrow, again. And you see how it's really spinning off these showers and thunderstorms, really initiating them. Yeah, look at those nasty, discrete-looking supercells in Iowa, potentially, all the way down. Oh, man. Yeah, down to that low pressure, there could be some nasty weather. Really nasty. These could be golf ball sized hail type. I do see why the SPC has issued that threat. Down south, once again, you got these nasty supercells. And again, these could be producing tornadoes again. But once again, this is more of a hail threat and a damaging wind threat, how it looks like to me. So really watch out for the central U.S. today and tomorrow for Iowa, Texas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Little Rock, Arkansas. Yeah, you guys really gotta watch out for this. These severe weather events I've been noticing, they've been shifting a lot up more north. And that is a problem because that just gives me a hint that we're going to start to get more of an active pattern up north than rather down in the south. And that might initiate a severe weather event finally in the east. So, we're going to take a look at that front that's really going to be racing through on Friday evening. And you can see this warm frontal boundary right in here. We're going to have some showers on Saturday to deal with. Again, nothing severe, but again, that warm front will provide all that warmth that we're going to see on Sunday and Monday, 80s, 90s. Yeah, this is going to be crazy warmth. And then this cold front that comes a couple days after, and that's what we're going to be watching for. That warm front will move through on Saturday. I think Saturday won't be bad, but look at this storm, man. I think that severe weather that we're going to be talking about today and tomorrow, that's a different threat. But look at this storm right in here. Wow, this is tornado outbreak stuff, damaging wind stuff, everything all above. I mean, look at this nasty line of storms. This is really hard to look at. And we got these nasty cells up north. So this is going to be a humongous storm through Sunday. Look at these cells surviving all the way to Chicago, Chicago, you really got to watch out for this because these storms might be very powerful. Tornadoes possible again for you guys, the Windy City. I mean, that is a little concerning to me. And you can see this squall line is not letting up. We're seeing that trends are weakening it a little bit once it gets to the east, obviously, because it will lose a little bit of that heating. Again, thunderstorms are possible along that front from Ohio all the way down to Kentucky, all the way to Tennessee, all the way down to Alabama. This is a whole eastern U.S. stretching front. This is really big. And we really have to watch the Mid-Atlantic for this. Because once it starts initiating on 2 p.m. on Tuesday, look at this. We got nasty storms down south through Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas. But even look at the Mid-Atlantic. You got some nasty storms also. And I do want to look at the ingredients later because that'll be another problem we're going to have. But look at these nasty storms initiating. And they're going to keep getting stronger because the daytime heating still hasn't come yet. So, this is on Tuesday. Showers and potentially strong to severe storms knocking on the door for the I-95 corridor through Massachusetts, through Connecticut, and all the way down south. The Greatest Cape could be up north potentially. So, this is interesting to me. And then this front finally just is done with everything once we get into Wednesday, and we're done. And then obviously there will be another severe weather outbreak in the central US, but we're not going to be worrying about that one yet. We got to get through this one and the one that could potentially bring a threat for the Mid-Atlantic on Tuesday. So, we are going to look at the time frame of this, like this nasty squall line of storms to the east. And we're going to look at the temperature at the same time. Look at this blazing heat that's stretching all the way up to the Mid-Atlantic. Yes, you heard me right. It's almost 90 degrees in Virginia. You got almost 90 degrees in Baltimore, in Maryland. And you got this really blustering heat that starts coming into central and south Jersey. 80, 85, maybe even a 90 degree reading there. So I think that's where we're going to see the most instability out of this. Because once that daytime heating disappears, all that heat disappears. So right around 1 to 2 p.m., this heat is on. This heat is really going to be hot. Just plain hot. Really. You could get some sunburns in like 20 or 30 minutes. So put on sunscreen if you're going somewhere. This is summer weather. It's not normal. And not normal equals there's going to be problems later. So, and also I want to look at the dew points for this time. Wow. You got solid 60 dew points. Solid 60, maybe even mid 60 dew points into New Jersey, into Baltimore, into eastern Pennsylvania, into New York, into southern New York, all the way up to like, where is that? Almost up to Ontario. Now that is quite wild. So that's why, even though the Euro doesn't look that aggressive in these thunderstorms, I'm going to be watching Tuesday very closely because these ingredients, like I said, they're not letting up yet. And I mean, these dew points get really strong in New Jersey once we get into, 6 p.m. That is going to be a huge catalyst for these severe storms. Again, will it happen? I think it might. I'm really starting to zone in on this idea that some showers and severe thunderstorms will come in through Tuesday. Again, there's some stuff to iron out, timing and everything, and rainfall amounts, and if they're severe or not. But again, I am planning for a dangerous Tuesday afternoon. Not even the heat, but the thunderstorms after that might come through this. Wow, they could be pretty bad. And then this heat finally starts to dwindle down once we get into the evening, and we start to get reasonable dew points for this time, and we start to get that dew point sticky type of weather out of the way. But again, not this time frame that we're seeing mid 60 dew points. That is a little concerning. And really, we gotta watch this. Just, man, this is just not looking good. So, we're gonna take a look a little more specifically at the Cape now, due to how concerned I am with the storm on Tuesday. So, alright, let's see. So, this is the Cape. The Euro model wants to depict this. So don't trust every model by like every single run that we see. But again, so this is a storm that's gonna be bringing those high Cape values. We're gonna be seeing some real big time Capes starting to enter through Kansas, Oklahoma, stretching all the way down to Texas. We got some big Cape values, 2,000 joules per kilogram, even 3,000 maybe. Some really high wind gusts with this after that front. And this Cape does weaken. But again, we still see Cape really high over Texas. This is near 3,000 joules per kilogram in Texas. So I'm expecting some nasty storms along this corridor. And that's when that squall line is going to initiate. So it makes sense. Nasty convection over San Antonio. 4,000 joules per kilogram. This skinny squall line, I think that's what it is. And then this Cape really starts to continue. That system starts to die down, what Chicago is going to see. But then we get this other system that really starts to energize by Monday. And watch, this Cape right in here, this pesky Cape right in here, we see 1,000 joules per kilogram in some places over in the north. But again, the focus Cape is down south. So we're going to see some nasty storms in this area. Along Texas, Oklahoma, Little Rock, Arkansas, Missouri. And then up north, obviously, there will be some nasty storms. But this Cape really starts to enter in through Tuesday. And we get this nasty line of Cape. But also focus on this, because this is going to be that front right in here. This is going to be that front with that Cape Valley surging over. Look at this, man. This is that front I'm worried about, because that front is all the way back there. And we're going to take a look at New Jersey also. 1,000 joules per kilogram over Mount Pocono. Are you kidding me? And then through Tuesday, we get 1,000 joules per kilogram all the way into central Jersey, northern Jersey, Philly. Oh, man. So, we definitely have the, wow. So, the Euro is getting more and more aggressive, because previous runs, we've seen 1,000 joules per kilogram. Now, it's hitting at almost 1,700 joules per kilogram. That is a severe storm potential right there. Right over, let me see. This is right over Montgomery, Readington, Somerville, Manville, Millstone, Rocky Hill, almost near New Brunswick, East Brunswick. These are some nasty Cape Valleys right around this corridor at this time at 5 p.m. Tuesday. And this Cape finally starts to die down after that. But again, these are some nasty Cape Valleys over New Jersey. And why are we seeing this? Well, we can take a look at the storms that will be initiating with the Cape, and you'll be seeing why. You'll be seeing why very quickly these storms become severe. So, Tuesday morning, we see nothing. We'll watch these storms initiate over Connecticut, and this is why we have Cape Valleys over there. And watch these storms initiate around this front, just west of that front. Look at this line of storms. Watch this. we get into 5 p.m., look at those nasty cells. That is a severe storm potential right around this area. In central Jersey, in North Jersey, some nasty storms. Really some nasty storms. Nasty storms still start to continue until 10 p.m. But again, the worst of the weather should have passed. And then after midnight, there could be a residual shower or storm. But the worst of the storms, 5 p.m., 3 p.m., we're going to be seeing some nasty weather over New Jersey. I'm telling you guys, Tuesday is a huge weather to watch day, as these storms will be moving through the region. So, we're going to keep you guys updated. I'm seriously concerned. We are going to do some more updates than usual on this, because this could be our first severe weather event, like real severe weather event over New Jersey. And this could be the start, the official start of a severe weather season. So I'll keep you guys updated, and have a great rest of your Thursday evening.